Hey everybody, I'm Csaba Sukosd. Clay Hall getting a much-deserved night off after a very successful beat Michigan week. Speaking of which, the Buckeyes tumbled to 8th in the rankings a week ago. Now the Ohio State is halfway back to that coveted top 4, at least in the coach and media polls. The playoff rankings won't be released until Tuesday, but in the meantime, OSU moved up 2 spots to get the 6th in the coaches poll. Clemson remains on top, followed by Bama, Iowa, Oklahoma, and Michigan State. In the AP, the top 6 remains the same, where the only difference is Iowa and Oklahoma swapping spots at 3 and 4. It's the first time since 06 one league has had 3 teams in the top 6, that of course being the Big Ten. From the bottom to the top, the Buckeyes went from being in a state of crisis to having their most impressive win against their biggest rivals. This time last week, it looked like Ohio State was about to fall apart.
We had all these players coming back and tried to, formulate something, just got away from what we do well.
But the Buckeyes banded together.
You can tell that guys genuinely enjoy being around each other, so it just makes it easier to work. Makes it easier to put it out there for one another.
At the center of the scorn was Heisman candidate Ezekiel Elliott, who criticized the coaches and called for the ball. Well, the junior proved to be a genius, going from 33 yards one game to 214 the next.
I'm not selfish. I'm selfless, and I would do anything for my brothers. I go out there and play every day, every down for them. I play my ass off, and it's not at all for me, and it's for a bigger purpose, and that's this team.
Including head coach Urban Meyer, who said Saturday's performance was possibly better than any of his previous wins. That includes 3 national titles.
I've been very fortunate to be around some big-time games, and very blessed, and from the bottom of my heart, I told those players that might have been the best one I've ever seen.
But while it's nice to please the papa of the program, the biggest smiles belong to all those moms and dads.
One of my biggest motivations is, I can't repay my parents for how great they've been to me. I've been super fortunate, and, all I can try to do is make them proud.
2 weeks ago, the unbeaten Bengals were running away with that AFC North. After back-to-back losses, Cincy holds just a 2-game lead over Pittsburgh, who comes to the Queen City in 2 weeks' time. Former Buckeye great James Laurinaitis and the Rams at Paul Brown Stadium opening quarter. It doesn't get much easier for one of the best wideouts in the league. A.J. Green with the first of 2 scores. Bengals up 7. For the second now, Andy Dalton finding Tyler Eifert for his league-leading 12th TD catch. Since he straightened things out, they would win at 31-7 was the final. We're about an hour away from kickoff as the Crew are in prime position to clinch their 2nd ever appearance in the MLS Cup final. The Black and Gold take a 2-0 lead into their 2nd leg of the Eastern Conference final at New York Red Bulls, with Columbus scoring the fastest goal in league history a week ago, and the fact that they're facing the league's most potent offense. Head coach Greg Berhalter isn't worried about any complacency from the start.
That's not going to be challenging, but I think just in terms of the game, obviously it's, Red Bull's going to be gunning for the first goal. They need to get it. And, we need to be patient. We need to keep moving the ball around.
Now, if the Crew were to hold on in the East and Portland out West, Columbus would host the MLS Cup final at Mafre Stadium next Sunday. Of course, we'll have a complete wrap of that tonight at 10 and 11. I'm Csaba Sukosd, ABC 6 Sports.